North Korea running scared Japan joining U.S. nuclear w.ar chariot strikes fear in Kim. KCNA, the media mouthpiece for the North Korean regime, has issued a ranting as well as false statement accusing Japan of crafty military actions and getting on the war chariot driven by the U.S. and to realize the dream of a reinvasion of Korea. The statement added that Japan and Britain had agreed to form a semi-ally relationship in order to strengthen cooperation for mutual defense. It said that Japan and Britain had recently held 2+2 meetings of foreign ministers and defense ministers where they discussed the issue of agreement on status of dispatched units. They also identified the issue of stepping up the research into a medium-range missile to be mounted on fighters, which the two countries had carried out as a common project for 3 years, and thus produce a trial missile which will be miniaturized with a long-range strike capability. However, a MOD spokesman flatly denied any knowledge of such an agreement when contacted by express.co.uk. A Foreign Office spokeswoman also flatly denied any agreement had been made, although added that joint talks between the two countries' foreign and defense ministers were due to take place shortly, before Christmas, however stated that as the talks had not yet taken place nothing had been agreed. KCNA also went on to accuse the Japanese reactionaries of various actions, including attempting to inveigle other countries into joining in with military action against North Korea, making territorial claims and using the pretext of aid as a way of conducting military operations. The communiqué concluded with a chilling prophecy: Japan should face up to the situation and should not run amok. If it opts for invasion, in cooperation with overseas aggression forces including the U.S., it will only face self-destruction. The statement followed after Japan said that it would arm its fighter jets with the latest air-to-surface missiles in response to the growing threat of North Korea, as tensions across the region continue to escalate. Defense Secretary Tsunori Onodera revealed today the money would be spent on equipping the Japanese Air Force with high-tech missiles from the United States. The weapons have a range of 560 miles, which would allow pilots to target the whole of North Korea while flying safely over the Sea of Japan. The move by Japan is not insignificant, as the country's constitution, imposed by the U.S. after World War II, which states the country can only use its forces for self-defense. Mr. Onodera said that Japan would continue to uphold its defense-only policy. He said, "We will introduce them as standoff missiles that allow us to deal with our opponents from outside the range of threats." Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe told lawmakers North Korea's continued missile tests were an imminent threat to the safety of Japan, and attempting to negotiate with the hermit state was pointless.